There we go. Oh my god. We good? Is it alive? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, thank you, Trove. Very cool. Ah, this video game, dude. Still better than Wayfinder's Q, am I right? Hey, Guppy. Yay, finally doing Trove stuff. Oh my god. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Ah, yes. Money. That's one of my favorite things. Oh, good. It went even higher in price. Good. Let's do 748. Maybe I can get my flux back from those. Hi, guys. What's up? Oh, right. I gotta do the event daily stuff. I've been getting far behind. Wayfinder has been eating up, obviously, a lot of my time just because of their stupid queue. Oh no, I missed it. Dang it, I thought the event was still around. Oh, we do got a second stat reroll event though. RIP. That's okay. The only thing I was missing from the event was the fishing rod. And honestly, that event's kind of... The dailies were kind of gross anyway. So what do we do then? I mean, I gotta do my daily stuff, but otherwise I guess we're just gonna do some delves. As per usual. Hopefully notifications actually go out to more than 5 of you. But, I mean, it's Trove, so what do you expect? Oh, do we got anything good for the... What the... That's an ally? Ew. I mean, it's probably cooler in-game. I guess normally I like waiting until more of you guys show up so that we can all do this delve together, but I guess I'll just do a couple floors myself. Unfortunately, just because it seems notifications aren't going out. Hey, Austin. Hey, Voodoo. Is there any of you guys that want to tag along to this? Otherwise, I'm just going to go in and... I'll do more portals, obviously, but... Oh, no one's here? Okay, good. Sorry, I know I didn't give enough time for a response, but I'm a little bit of a time limit, guys, I'll admit. I only have about an hour's worth of streaming, so we can't really go over that, because I've got some appointments today. Empty rooms of creatures. Ah, yes. Ooh. That's it? Okay. Let me also change, like, the title of the stream then. There we go. Boop. Yeah, if you, if a couple of you guys, like, if you give me your username, I could probably just invite you into the delve. Because why not? Okay, that's it for this one. Thankfully, these are actually pretty quick. Also, what's the date? Yeah, so technically tomorrow, Armored Core actually comes out. I don't know if I'll get my key right away though. Join me, Torak. There, it should have invited you guys, even though it seems like it didn't actually. It's being very weird. I don't know. Hey, Ivor. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we're winning. Today is, I'll admit, today's gonna kind of just be grinding gemeralds. That's it. I hope I don't get the memento, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to craft it in time. Because I'm gonna be gone most of the day. But yeah, anyway, to what I was saying about Armored Core, I'm just saying like that's gonna be the next series that will start on the channel. It's just, it depends when I get my code. Because I didn't pre-order it on Steam. I pre-ordered it on a different website. Saved some money. And then, oh, side note, Sonic Superstars is full price. So that's kind of intimidating. Seeing a lot of people saying like, why are people questioning why Sonic is full price, but no one's questioning why Mario Wonder is full price? And it's like, because one's designed by Nintendo and one's by Sega. Like, no, I didn't pre-order the Sonic game. I don't know. I'm gonna wait until it gets a little closer to release. But otherwise, yeah, no, it's full price. Like, it's like the full price of a normal video game. Like, it costs the same as freaking Spider-Man 2, which comes out the same month. Like, no problem if it's an amazing game, but it's Sega. Like, it's, I don't know, man. It's like 50-50 if it's gonna flop. The one argument though that Joe made, which, you know, kind of makes sense, is like, so one of the things that sucks about that Sonic game is it doesn't actually have online play, which kind of is weird because it's a multiplayer game. Okay, whatever, local play only, sure. But with Steam, we can actually just cheat it with Steam Remote Play. And you can just basically play local games online either way. So technically, that's one person buying the game instead of everyone having to buy it, you know? But anyway. Yeah, Austin, what was your username again? It got spammed out. I can send an error invite. Hey, Multi. No, I know, Multi. Like, I've talked about that before. I'm not a big Sonic fan, like, at all. I never played any of the old ones or anything like that. But Sonic Superstars just actually looks like good. You know, it's very colorful and it's a 2D platformer, and it actually has multiplayer, so I can play it with my friends. Makes it immediately more fun. You must wait 9 seconds before using that ability again. Really? Because it's been like 20 minutes since I invited him, but okay. Oh, this video game, dude. Yeah, I just tried inviting you, Austin. Is there any way to transfer my PS account to PC? No. Of course not. It says I invited you. Okay, now a quick reminder for anybody that maybe this is your first time doing these areas. We are trying to kill all of the enemies because we're trying to get all the coins that we possibly can. I'm not going to go out of my way to grab every single coin or anything like that, but at the very least, we have to kill every enemy. Don't skip. Because they have a chance of dropping as well. The server doesn't matter unless you're on PlayStation. I mean, you said you were on PlayStation, but I'm just saying generally for everybody. That's just because that's how Sony works for some dumb reason. We're farming for these resources, like the Cat's Eye Gemeralds. Basically, there's one more mount that I'm missing out of this biome, and then I never have to touch it again. But I need to have enough coins, and then furthermore, I need to get a... excuse me, I need to get a random memento to drop, which I did have drop once before. I just, like an idiot, consumed it instead of using it to craft. So that's the last big thing, and then we're done with this. But it's been a slow grind just because there's not really much else to this area. Like it's pretty gross. Where the heck are my keys? My inventory is always just bleh. So that would be this one right here. So I need the memento, but I right now we're just trying to get as many coins as we possibly can. They are tradable, Voodoo. It's just obviously you gotta get it like as a super rare drop. I know you mean the mementos, which aren't tradable, but I'm saying like there is tradable versions of the mount. It's just, why would I bother like buying it off of someone when I could just craft it myself? The only problem is it's just so RNG and stupid. You can't open Trove of Wonders ever again. No. I have no desire to. I'm gonna be real, like, if Trove was as popular as it once was, those videos, like full transparency, those videos kind of paid for themselves, because the way I get flux is I just buy credit pouches and sell them. But we're not really at that point anymore with Trove's like lifespan and everything, so it's just not as popular, at least unless there's like a big substantial update. That's why, like, even whenever like new packs and stuff end up coming out, I'll usually end up dropping down like $100 or something like that, just to show you guys like, okay, let's see the odds of these boxes kind of thing. But I don't go further than that anymore. Like, I'm still missing a lot of stuff out of the most recent Bomber Royale. Most of all, it's just because, like, I don't know, like with Trove and the cash shop stuff, I'm never against like spending money on a video game, obviously. It's just when the item that you end up actually buying is not worth it or inspired, you know? Like back in the day, you know, Trove hit pretty dang hard when like gems and stuff ended up coming out, because it completely changed the way that the game was, and then augmenting gems and so on and so forth. There's not really anything like that right now, which, fingers crossed, that's what the next big update is that we still haven't heard anything about. But I'm not holding my breath. Airplane, 1,000 Troves of Wonder. Guess what? No Gonda. Not even the dragons. Yep, that's the other reason why I never opened them. Because it took me, what was it, like 80 mil before I got Gonda? And I never got a second one. So it was just like, no thanks. Hey, Donkey. If you go to leaderboards and check Arena Games 1, I should be there. Nice. GG. You're the only one who actually plays Bomber? Oh my god. I've talked about it before, man. I don't got anything against Bomber. It's just like, again, it's just so uninspired. If we had custom maps, man, like I wish that they would bring PvP back, because that was actually really fun. Just because we could build our own maps, and they were like way better than the devs maps, because we actually play this video game. Hello? Game? Did he spawn up top or did he spawn down low? Was that him? Oh my god, this game. Okay. We need like one more enemy. If we don't find this enemy, then this quest is not going to complete, and then we're stuck. Where did it spawn him? I hate this video game, dude. Oh god. Alright, I'm just gonna slowly go down, because I'm assuming he followed you into the next room. Oh, that was an ally. That one? No. You? Are you? There, one of those idiots was the enemy. Oh my god, this game. When's the next Wayfinder video coming out? Today. You know, I've been doing a pretty good job keeping it as a daily series, if you didn't catch the Arrow one yesterday. I still have like a couple episodes recorded already, so don't worry. I did actually get to stream it the other day, but unfortunately it was taking like such an absurd amount of time to process that I just decided, okay, I'm just gonna wait and I'll publish it a couple days from now. Let the episodes catch up and then publish the stream. So just a heads up, by the way, this message we got in the corner of our screen says that this is the last time we'll see the Castle Flats, which is separate from Castle Catastra biome itself. So we still can get Castle Catastra to spawn. Also, please stop running ahead. I already explained it. I'll explain it again. We're trying to kill everything. Not just what you can see. This is like all of us trying to do this together, man. I didn't put this portal down for you. Don't be selfish. Really annoying when people do that. Especially just because this delve is like just so stupid. Since I can't play, I'm watching your videos. Ah, yes. That's probably what most people are doing, honestly, just with the way that the game is right now. I haven't checked if the queue time's any better today. It might be, I don't know. The other day when I did play it though, I was lucky enough I didn't get any disconnects. But I was still seeing other people say they were getting disconnects, so it made me wonder if they fixed North American servers. But I didn't really double check with any of the people that said they had issues, whether they were on EU or not. Because that's the thing, like the queue time's ridiculous. It's actually like unforgivably bad considering how much people have paid to play this stupid game. But I can deal with a queue time so long as it doesn't just randomly keep disconnecting me, you know? Why do these enemies, why are they invincible sometimes, bro? I don't get it. Ah, yes, the boss we actually need. Good. Give me the items. Give me them all. Give me all the gems. Nice. Grab this. Also, my inventory is full, which means I could buy crap off of him. You know what? I'll save my inert geode in the off chance we end up actually getting our hands on, like, if we have the merchant spawn inside the dungeon, it can end up having, like, a new wallet for inert geode. Right? Or does that cost gemeralds? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, MVD. Also, yes, Samuel. I don't know why you retracted your message, but yep, this is the newer delve biome. Also, hi guys. Nice toxic, better internet. Didn't get any of your notifications since days. Yes, probably because I've been uploading too many videos lately. I think I'm pretty confident, like, uploading 18 Wayfinder videos in a day just destroyed my recommendation. But I didn't care, man. I wanted to have all those videos just out and done so that everyone could just enjoy them right away. The funny thing is, I didn't realize there's a lot of the content that I covered isn't actually in the game yet. Like, there was the what is it, the God of War Leviathan axe, whatever the heck it was called, the one that you would throw and it does like a vortex. That axe actually isn't even in game right now, which I was very surprised about. Like, you can't craft it, you can't buy it out of the cash shop, which has me worried that they're gonna tie it to the new character in 3 months. Also, no, Wayfinder is going to be free next year. We don't know when. You can hold off if you want, but otherwise the cheapest pack you can get for the game is 20 bucks, which I would say is worth it, but not yet, because the queue times are like actually take over an hour. Like, it's actually really, really bad. I think also, like, if I'm being like fully real with you guys, I think that waiting until the game's free is probably gonna be like it's gonna be a better decision in the long run, because there is not much content in the game right now. Like, I'm still enjoying it. You know, there's no worry. Oh, Austin got a C4 hat. Nice. There's no worry about me like stopping playing it because I'm still enjoying it so much. But I really noticed, like, as I started to grind stuff, it was just like, oh my god, they basically like inflated the resources that you need and the chance for them to drop in order to craft stuff, because there is not much content. Like, I'm already at the point where the game wants me to grind the same dungeon like 50 times just to get strong enough to go to the next dungeon. And it was just like such a big eye-opener. Like, dang, dude, I was not expecting the XP grind to be this bad. It almost feels like it would be like pay to win or something, where there'd be like XP tokens. But nope, it's just that bad. It's fine, but I feel like the biggest appeal of the game is gonna be when I have access to all of the content and can just grind whatever I want. What do you think of the Fluxion items this week? I haven't checked. I don't like Fluxion. When my buddy ended up explaining how he worked, because I completely misunderstood, because the description for him was just so weird, or maybe I just read it incorrectly. I don't like Fluxion. He's just Luxion, but with extra steps. Yeah. Which I don't know, man. Hey Sen, hey Zavian. What up? Also, Monty asking what is Wayfinder. Just look Wayfinder up on my channel, man. I've got so many videos on it already. Short answer is it's got Warframe mission structure. There's our last Catastra, gross. Warframe mission structure, but the gameplay, I think you guys coined it perfectly, where it's like Dauntless, but dungeon grinding instead of monster grinding. I remember somebody mentioned that the other day when I was streaming, and I was like, "Oh, that's such a good description for that game." Which is actually why I like it, because even though I did like Dauntless for a while, I'm not the biggest fan of the Monster Hunter formula. Is that all the enemies? I see that there's some more back there. I'm not trying to skip. Where is he? Did we get him? Oh yeah, we got him. Oh my god, excuse me. My morning congestion. Oh hey! Well, I'll wait here for you guys. But we got one of the chests to spawn. Oh, or you could just destroy it without the other guy being here at all. That's cool, man. I don't really blame you. I blame the game. Like, the devs just made it stupid where for some reason the chest isn't instanced or anything. Really weird. Please help me. Got my first C4 Gonda and Permatorch yesterday. Good lord, you're on a roll then. You just beat Trove, I think. You can uninstall now. Got Gonda at 59, Trove of Wonders. Leviathan at 59 as well. Good lord, yeah, you really did beat Trove. That's insane luck, dude. Don't quit or else. No, it's all good, Austin. Again, I know. It's just, again, I blame the devs and I blame the game. It's not your fault. I've done that too, where I like constantly open the chest like by accident. Just because I see something and I shoot. And then it's like, oh, whoops. You know what our weirdo game kind of surprised me the other day? What was it? Nightingale. That one actually looked pretty cool. I was really surprised. It's kind of another survival-esque game like Rust, but yeah. 588 hours on Dauntless. Nice. Yeah, some people really like the Monster Hunter formula. I'm not into it. Most of all, like, I'll say this, I enjoyed it up until Rift Stalker. And then his like stupid mechanics made me quit. because it was, again, it was kill a monster, but with extra steps. So I just wasn't really interested in it anymore. I feel like all my inert geode is just going to waste, dude. Whatever, I'll keep them. Okay. Now, unfortunately, that was the end of that. So we got to open an error portal. Have you played the new Mario Kart DLC waves? Yes, I have. I got a video on it already. Played through it with a couple of the boys. Oh my lord. Oh, you got the C4 bow, Xavian. Nice, dude. Yeah, not even a hat or face. Hey, Vish, how you been, man? Yeah, I'm sure Dauntless is a lot better than it was back then. But again, for my money, I like Wayfinder's formula better just because it's dungeon grinding instead of monster grinding, like I said. There's just something I find more appealing to it. Like, I don't know, Wayfinder kind of, to me, has a similar-ish, it's going to be a bit of a stretch. It has a similar game loop to Trove, because you're going through random dungeons over and over again, and basically just grinding resources, you know? Got a VR headset and loving it? Nice, dude. Hell yeah. You got the Quest, or you got like a Steam VR headset or something? Playing some Steam games? Highly recommend Vertigo 2 that came out this year. Oh my god, what a game. I wish I could play through it again for the first time. Quest 2, nice. No, I'm not gonna go back to Dauntless. Like, maybe eventually, like, long into the future or something, but I don't know. Alright, anyways, I guess I'm just gonna do this. I don't know where you guys are. Yeah, what's your username, Corey? I have the brain of a worm, so I don't remember. Yeah, make any more VR playthroughs. There's just no VR games right now that have caught my attention. Like, there's a lot of VR games that I have on my list, and a lot of them have actually released this year, but to mixed, if not negative reviews, so I've stayed away from them. Otherwise, there's honestly not really any megaton like VR game I'm waiting for, and even then, like, most of them don't really value like actually being a playthrough, if you know what I mean. Like, most VR games are kind of just arcadey, like pick up and go. I'm not saying no, it's just there hasn't really been anything to stand out. Did we kill that? I don't know whether or not we actually killed that monolith up there. I'm gonna assume that we did. I don't know. Hopefully. 2, 1. Yeah, it should have been good. We should be good. Also, seeing that giraffe ally, I know that's Chronicle. Yes, it is. Oh, join me. There we go. Just waiting for the next behemoth that is community made especially. Oh, for Dauntless. There's a VR game called Behemoth. I say that because that's how British people say it, and it sounds stupid to me instead of behemoth, because it's not an English word. But I don't know why they pronounce it so weird. Anyways, yeah, there's a VR game called Behemoth, and apparently it's like one of these games where you're like climbing on these big creatures and killing them and stuff. So. Oh, really, Vish? Yeah. I'm honestly surprised because I refunded Saints and Sinners, dude. That game was so bad, unfortunately. But hey, I mean, good on you. Glad I could inspire, even if it was just me making fun of that game and its bad mechanics. Like, here's the thing. I gotta be clear. I've played so many freaking VR games that it's at the point right now where it has to really be like a good game, not just an immersive VR game. Because So many VR games, if you take away VR, are just bad games. But there's a few games that stand out, like Half-Life Alyx, Vertigo 2, and stuff, where if you took away VR, they would still be amazing games. And then, of course, yeah, you have, like you mentioned, ports into VR, and those games are amazing. Like VR Skyrim and stuff, which I've put in a lot of hours into Skyrim VR, honestly. I don't know why I never recorded it or did a series on it, because the magic is actually like genuinely so good in VR because you can cast in independent directions. Maybe I should write that down. I should have that on my bucket list. Oh my god, the luck is so bad today. It's one of those days, dude. This portal is already dead. Jesus. But yeah, I'm not against that, Vish. But there is also a part of me that kind of low-key just wants to wait for the next Elder Scrolls because they might actually come out of the gate with VR support. I mean, who knows? Starfield in VR. Now that actually interests me. Starfield itself, I'll play it, but I'm not like hyped for it. It's just gonna be generic Bethesda garbage. But VR Elite Dangerous. So Up Is Not Jump on YouTube. He's got a really, really good set of VR videos, like just in general, but he's got an Elite Dangerous VR video, and I'm not gonna play Elite Dangerous. It's like one of those games where you need like a super crazy joystick with like 50 buttons and stuff, and I'm sure it's amazing once you get into it, but I have a very, very low patience for learning things like that, because I don't know, it's like I'm more like pick up and play. What I want is a game like Blade and Sorcery, but actually like has a campaign, which they are working on the dungeon area, but yeah, I'm sure if you get into it, like that game's amazing. Another one that I've heard is really, really good is No Man's Sky VR. I don't like where No Man's Sky is right now. Oddly enough, I was one of the few people that actually enjoyed the base game because it was just about exploration. Now it's about base building and resource gathering and crap. Like it kind of follows the Minecraft gameplay loop, which I'm not a big fan of. I like adventure rather than spending all my time in inventories. Otherwise, I would actually play it. I'm just not gonna spend my inert geode, man. I need that new wallet bad. Is the new wallet for the Gemeralds, or is it for, I don't know. Oh no, I already have a one-off video of GTA 5 in VR, which is a chore and a half to get set up. Like, my god, dude. And then it crashes all the time. More recently, I actually got locked out on my Rockstar account because the account got hacked. And that was 2 weeks ago, and Rockstar support is still mucking about. The Rockstar support is terrible. Like, my god. They're the stupidest people I've ever had to deal with. I cannot believe like how stupid and brain dead they are. Like, literally their support structure is they have somebody respond to my message, and then it's them saying, oh, we're sorry that your product didn't get activated. And I'm just saying here, like, I didn't say my product didn't get activated. I'm saying I need you to give me my account back. And then I get a response from a completely different person, by the way, that's like, oh yeah, we can resolve that for you. You know, there's so many steps to it. And then I finally, like at the start of this week, I finally had someone who's like, okay, if you just prove that this is your email, we can set that up for you and fix it. Okay, I do that. The next response I get from them is from a completely different person who skimmed over the messages and is like, hey, so we can help you activate your CD key. So I basically just sent an angry message back explaining everything in all caps because, my god. Like, just get me my account. Like, what's wrong with you? The other thing too is I know they're gonna give me, like, once I finally get my account back, they're probably not even gonna re-roll it, which they should, because the hacker spent all my like Red Dead Gold and GTA money. So Because otherwise I really wanted to play Red Dead 2 randomly. Like I just got a craving for it, and that's when I noticed that my account was compromised, and it was like, oh, I just didn't know Rockstar was this like stupid. And then I read up that apparently tons of accounts were getting compromised just because of the really bad security settings that they have. Anyways, excuse my ramblings. I just find it very frustrating. Imagine hacking a Rockstar account. Yeah, exactly. I think what probably might have happened was back when my YouTube account got hacked and my computer was compromised, what my friend theorizes is when they were in my PC, they got my codes, like passwords for everything, and they sold them. So I don't think it was like a targeted hack or anything like that. It's just someone got into my account and then they just changed my email associated with my Rockstar account. The end. And I can't get it back. Because that was one of the accounts that I forgot to change the password, but I didn't get any notifications in my email or anything. Like same as with YouTube, there was no security on the account at all. Very frustrating. But whatever. Like, thank goodness I'm not actively like playing the game, because otherwise I think I would have been like even more pissed. Right now it's just kind of like whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't even know if they're actually like actively using the account or if they just hacked it for the sake of it. I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of money on my GTA account. Anyways, enough of that. Also later, donkey. But yeah, aside from all that stuff, I mean, there's a couple of VR games I have on my wish list. Otherwise, it's kind of weird. Like, we're kind of in that state again. Like, this month has been dead as far as video games are concerned. It's starting to ramp up again. You know, we're going to have Armored Core, Starfield. I guess that's it. September doesn't really have much, does it? Then October steps up with like 15 different amazing games. Oh, Lally, no, if you wanted to join, dude, you just gotta give me your username. But if you gotta take off, yeah. Have a good one, buddy. For me, it's the morning, yeah. Which, I mean, I woke up at like 6 a.m. or something, so. We're supposed to take Jub to the vet today because she, like, we got her a bunch of medicine and stuff just because she has like a skin infection thing. And now they are like, come bring her back again so we can double check everything and charge you $400. Oh, thank you. Thank you, vet. Sorry, I don't want to start ranting about that. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Hey, Kai. Let me actually see. I'm curious. Where is it? I want to check my Steam wishlist right away and see. Oh, Corey, did you not get in this one? Oh my god, already the last again! Bro! This is ridiculous. This stupid video game, man. Imagine if I spent money, like credits, to buy these portals. Like, devs. For shame, dude. The portals shouldn't even close. Like, it shouldn't. There's just no reason for it to. So dumb. Get over here, you. Anyways, yeah, I'll check my wish list in a second and see, like, what VR games I've been kind of keeping my eye out on. A couple other good ones that I'd recommend. VR Chat is hilarious if you get in with a good group. Murder Mystery is one of my favorites. I've been really craving playing that again lately. And then Rec Room's okay. Rec Room's a lot of fun because it's kind of like the Roblox of VR. So oftentimes you're playing with like a bunch of little kids, and little kids are just so gullible that I mess with them all the time. Like, I remember playing Rec Room, there's like this one dungeon map where there's friendly fire, and I kept shooting him like, ah, bro, I missed. Oh god, there's something wrong with me. Oh, Beat Saber. Yeah, that's a 100% buy. Especially because of the modded songs. We didn't get into Beat Saber until like maybe, you know, a couple years of it already being out, and then we just randomly got it and then we were just like, "Oh my god." We were super addicted to Beat Saber for a while. Banned on Rec Room for trolling? Yeah, cuz you got to be like smart about it, dude. Just act stupid. 4 left. All right, while we wait for this, let me see. Oh, Little Nightmares 3. Soon, my beloved. VR only games. Let's see. That's not VR only games. Thank you very much, Steam. Why, like... Okay. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, there's 7th Guest VR. That looked okay. It's kind of like a more recent game that I was looking at. Apparently none of these other games have the VR tag, so that's fun. Great. I love Steam, dude. It's so beautiful. Oh, good god, there's Sengoku Dynasty. I gotta get that out of my wish list. Gross. Most of the VR games I might have actually removed. Oh, Blade Runner, I think, is a VR game coming. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, Grimlord. That actually has positive reception now. Was this a VR game? No, I don't know what the hell this is. No, it is a VR game. Why has it got positive reception? Did they fix it? Okay, I might take a peek at that one. Pistol Whip, I've heard, is a really good one too. Okay, anyways, let's open this up. You guys carry me while I double check my Steam wish list. Oh god. Man, there's another VR game, Battle Talent, actually has positive reviews too. They must have had patches that actually fixed the issues, because when these games came out, they were super duper in the negative. Oh, Arizona Sunshine 2. Yeah, that's another one I'm waiting for. Requisition VR apparently is a good one. It's like a zombie game where you can just literally fuse weapons together with like random things in the environment, like Dead Rising. Seems pretty cool. What was that other one? Is it Atlas Fallen? Is that the no, not Atlas Fallen. Crap. What was that other VR game? It was a roguelike that was really, really good. Let me see my own VR games. Oh, cool. Thank you, Steam. Why is... God, I hate Steam. I guess it's only showing me the games that are installed or something. Very annoying. I don't care. I hate Steam's new layout, dude. It's like so stupid. So much worse than it used to be. Anyways. Oh, yeah, there you go, Ultra Bro. Gorilla Tag. I've heard good things about Gorilla Tag. I'm not into it. I know that's like a really fun, like for me, I need games that have a little bit more depth. Not to be like, man, but like, again, I've put like hundreds of hours into VR games in general, so I'm kind of sick of spending so much money on them. You know what's actually a really weirdly good one is one of the first VR dungeon crawlers, Trickster VR. Stupid title. Seems like a lackluster game, but it's kind of like Diablo. Like, you just dungeon crawl with multiplayer. It's pretty good. A lot of VR games seem rushed or incomplete demos. Yes, there are some gems out there for sure. I would love to tell you what those gems are, but Steam is not properly labeling my VR games. So yeah. Maybe I could use, what's that one website to track your Steam games? There it is, Steam Library. This thing has a proper filter. Good lord, I have almost 1,000 games. Yikes. Oh my god, 7 Days to Die. I remember when I had a series of that way back in the day. Good lord. The FNAF VR game actually looked pretty okay. It seems like one of those games that's just a one and done. Like, the thing is with VR games, it either has to be a game that is just so fun that you can just do the same thing over and over again, like Blade and Sorcery, or it has to be a adventure that is just that good, like Half-Life Alyx and stuff. The funny thing is Vertigo 2 actually has New Game Plus. So I've been meaning to go back to the game, but where are the tags? What the heck? They changed this site, I guess. Oh, VR Any. There we go. Okay, there. This site actually lets me freaking sort these. Yeah, I actually got 7 Days to Die when it first came out, so it was pretty bad. Well, I don't want to say bad, but it was jank. And I didn't have anybody to play it with at the time, so I kind of quit after a while. I actually had a 7 Days to Die series on the channel for a little bit, just because I kept thinking like, oh, this game will pop off eventually, but I just got so bored with it. And then later on, I ended up watching some other people do some series on it that actually had friends to play it with. Like Doc M77 had a pretty good series on it a while back. Did I miss some enemies? I think I did. Also, again, can we please have the merchant? Please? I do want to go through like some of these games with you guys. Like I'll just mention like the big ones that I would suggest to grab, but at the same time, this dungeon is kind of a priority. Castle Miner Z, dude, I actually remember that game. I had that game. There, dude, actually, a couple years back, I have footage of it all. But a couple years back when when I was putting my 360 into storage, I plugged it in and I checked all of my 360 arcade games, which, God, they hit different back then, man. Those games were so good. And I recorded like all of the games that were noteworthy and just what I had. That's where Braid came from as well. I forget if they were making Braid too, but oh my god, what a good game. Same with Fez. Fez is a freaking trip, dude. Unfortunately, the dev is like a scumbag who hates content creators, so you'll never see anybody cover it on YouTube. We're getting there as far as our gem worlds. Okay, let's see. After the Fall, that one's got crossplay. That one's really good. It's kind of Left 4 Dead in VR. It's pretty good. Affected the Manor is surprisingly a very, very scary VR game. Ancient Dungeon, that's one of my favorite VR roguelikes. It's kind of all voxel pixelated and stuff, but it's such a good game. Genuinely. Arizona Sunshine, I could take or leave it. I mean, it does have co-op, so it's okay. Bike Rush. Oh my god, I forgot about that game. That game sucked. Blade and Sorcery, obviously. Bone Lab, take it or leave it. I don't know. The mods are okay, but I didn't like the game that much. Bone Works, though. That game's amazing. Especially with mods. Chef U, that was fun because it's just, you know, chef game. You're cutting things. You can stab the waiter. Not really, but I can imagine that I do. Climby. looks like crap, but is an amazing game if you got friends to play it with, because it's just Assassin's Creed climbing. Really, really good. PSVR is terrible. PSVR is okay if you have a small head. The VR ports of Resident Evil are insane. The Quest version of Resident Evil 4 is the best way to play Resident Evil 4. And I'll say it right here, it's better than the remake, which is probably why when I played the remake, I just felt like it just didn't feel as good to me. Everybody else is like, oh, the Resident Evil 4 remake is amazing. And I'm just like, no, it wasn't. Like, it was just the same. Like, they didn't change up enough. I don't know. Oh, Tunic. No, I know Tunic. I did a one-off video of Tunic, played it quite a bit myself, but I got too lost, so eventually I just watched a speed run. Amazing game. Not necessarily for me, just because I don't have the patience for it, like I get too distracted. But yes, that game, that Tunic should have won Indie Game of the Year instead of Stray. Stray sucks. No content whatsoever, especially compared to Tunic. But at least it was nominated, so whatever. Boop. There we go. All right, let's see. Contractors, that's basically... Contractors and Pavlov. Those are the two mandatory shooter VR games, I'd say. Crypt Hunter, that one's okay. Cube with a Y. Cube VR is basically Minecraft in VR, but honestly, I would not recommend it because you can just get a VR mod from Minecraft and it's amazing. Dead Effect 2 is kind of like old Doom. It's pretty good though, because as you progress through levels, you actually like level up and unlock new weapons and junk. It's got a really nice progression system, even if the combat is kind of... Yeah, Pavlov is CSGO in VR. It's incredible. Downward Spiral. That's another one. If you have the VR legs to handle zero gravity, there's nothing like it. They had a prologue demo that I played on the channel, and that was the first VR game that kind of made me feel nauseous, but I just enjoyed it so much I kept playing it over and over and over again, and now like nothing affects me in VR, and I'm pretty sure it's because of that game, because you're in zero G, you're flipping upside down and stuff. But they actually made a full game afterwards that I never played through because I never had the time. That is basically a Metroid game. It's really, really good. The little bit that I played at the beginning, like it's basically you're thrown onto a substation that's, you know, been, all the AI's been taken over, and you get like all these different tools to help you navigate the environment as well as unlock different doors and junk, and it seems like it would go hard. It does also have co-op, which is surprising. All right, what else? Dungeons and Treasure VR. That's another really good VR roguelike. Espire. That's okay if you really want, like, if you really want a game that's like Metal Gear Solid 2. Espire 1 and 2 are really good in that regard. The second one actually has multiplayer, but it's Quest exclusive, unfortunately. I wish Steam would stop sleeping on these exclusive VR games. Most of these are just kind of okay. Gorn, I guess that's mandatory as well. Half-Life Alyx. Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. That, to me, because I'm Canadian, it's basically just a super gun simulator game. There's not really any gameplay. It's just messing around with the guns and like all the different mechanics of them. Like, it's very realistic, which is just interesting to me. It does kind of have a TF2 mode, but it's really, really lackluster. But I'm sure someone who, an American, would probably like that game a lot better than me. VTOL, yeah, I've heard that's a really good one. I'm not super into those games, but... VR port of SWAT 3. Oh, Zenith. That's another huge recommendation because it's just Breath of the Wild VR MMO. The only thing that sucks about Zenith is because it's VR exclusive, it means that like what happened to me is I basically got like 30 hours into the game and then I got to the point where I needed to just grind for like leveling and stuff, which I'm okay with, as you can see. But having to set up VR every single time you want to do that, that is not really ideal. So the only messages I'm seeing from you, Patia, is the one saying, are my messages showing up? And then a second one saying, are my messages showing up? That was it. Echo, but the servers are shut down. What is Echo? Why do I know that name? Was this the last? I don't think this was the last one. Weird. Yeah, weird. That message got through. Let's see. Any other VR games that super stand out? Not that many. Oh, Job Simulator. That one's a lot of fun, even though it's fairly basic. Legendary Tales. That's the game that I would love to suggest, but I don't know if I could. It is the closest you'll ever get to playing Diablo 1 or 2 in VR. But unfortunately, the combat and just like, it's just not very good. It's a super ambitious project. I haven't played it more recently, so it might have gotten a lot better. I've been meaning to go back to it and see if they fixed all of the issues, but Echo Zero G Frisbee. Oh, is that PvP VR game? Because yeah, I'm like PvP VR games I'm not super into. I've played a handful of them, but even with Pavlov and stuff, I usually just play it with friends. Because you can have modded maps in Pavlov, so one of my favorite things is just going in the gulag, and then you just choose random spawning loadout. Lots of fun. Oh, Megaton Rainfall. Oh god, I keep forgetting I was meant to do a video on that. So I did play that game back in the day. There's not much to the game, but if you want to feel like Goku, I'm not kidding, there is nothing like it. The game itself is not actually a VR game, it's ported into VR. But it's got such insane like physics for the destruction. Oh, collect crystals. Yeah, thanks, Chronicle. But the problem is that I feel like they made like a huge mistake because the objective of the game is to actually protect the city from all these giant aliens. But one misclick and you destroy a building and then you just lose and it resets, and it's really, really dumb. So oftentimes I just go to the creative mode where it just lets you screw around, and you can actually like fly from planet to planet and stuff, and just you can just destroy planets. Like it's really, really cool. Yeah, some of yours are showing up hasty, but not most of them. I do see the one where you say you swap from Lunar Lancer to Shadow Hunter. In which case, yes, you would start doing better. I mean, Lunar Lancer is still a lot of fun. Anyways, yeah, sorry everyone that the chat kind of got hijacked by VR stuff. It's just, I keep thinking about like the first time I played all these VR games, it was just like, ooh, and now I'm just kind of like, it has to have some more depth to it. I don't know, I just haven't had a VR game come out in a while that that I've been really wanting to play. I mean, this year, you know, we had some bangers, like the PSVR 2 port of Resident Evil Village was insane. Even though I refunded my PSVR. And then, what else? Yeah, Vertigo 2, obviously. Let's see, what else? Nevrosa is a good escape room game. Oh yeah, Payday 2 has VR as well, which isn't very good, but it was pretty fun when I played it. Raw Data is a decent one. That's like Warframe in VR. Don't know if there was anything else that really stood out. Shooty Fruity, that's Mariko's favorite VR game. It's basically just a really good wave defense game. Oh, right. Spider-Man Far From Home in VR is literally just playing as Spider-Man in VR. But unfortunately, it's been taken off of the Steam store, so I own it forever. I'm like, it's just hidden away on my account. Oh, Sprint Vector. That's like Speedrunner, but in VR. That one's really good as well. Oh, whoops! I gotta keep up with this. Just hit 45k Draco. Nice. Well, thank you, Vish. I appreciate that my tangents are considered a positive and not a deficit. Oh, I thought that was the merchant. Come on, man. I'm just opening it. I'm sorry. Bam, bam. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. The resources. Whoa. What depth starts becoming difficult for you? Like 140 or something. But that's assuming that I'm doing it solo. Or have other people with me that aren't super duper strong. I don't know. That's also just because it's Shadow Hunter. If I swap to like Draco or Tomb Raiser, I could easily get to 150. Unless we get enemies that generate with a shield, obviously. I need that stupid merchant, man. Like, I find it so dumb that you have to just rely on so much RNG for stuff in Trove, dude. Like, I need that merchant so I can increase my wallet. Otherwise, I'm at full capacity for my inert geode right now because I'm trying to save up for that wallet. But I need to see the NPC. Like, it's just so dumb. Hello, Catastra. Die. Thank you. Thank you. Is this my chest? Thank you. So much garbage, dude. Oh yeah, for Quest VR anyways, they've got some pretty good VR Star Wars games. Unfortunately, they have all the exclusive ones. Subnautica is in VR, which is horrifying. Superhot VR, that's a good one. Oh, I do have, yeah, Skyrim VR, obviously. The Solus Project, that was a weird one. I actually really enjoyed that, but I played it myself. It's kind of like just a linear adventure, but it's very, very strange. Kind of unique, I'd say. Undead Development, that's another wave defense game. Vacation Simulator is the sequel to Job Sim, and it's not very good. Vanishing Realms is a really, really good roguelike. It's got really good melee combat. Virtually Impossible is kind of like Mario Party. We're getting near the bottom of the list here. VR chat, right. V-Robot, you're a giant destroying a city, which is nice. There's Windlands 1 and 2, which are the closest that you'll get to a Spider-Man adventure game. It's got like Spider-Man swinging and stuff, which is very, very nice. And Woeful Robots, that's another pretty good, like just shooty bang bang game. Asgard's Wrath, yeah, that's a good one. Hello? Thank you? Oh. Have the original quest, so I can't play many of the exclusive. Yeah. I got on my quest for a little bit there where I was, like I was buying up all these different VR games and trying them out and thinking whether or not I wanted to do like a video on them or anything. And then I refunded most of them just because the quest is like so, the one thing I'll say about the quest is it's so tedious to record. Because it doesn't just have a simple HDMI out or anything, and you gotta do like all of this weird crap to set it up, and it's very annoying. Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Patsy, that your PS5's coming on Friday, which, hey, whatever, nice. Now just get Ghost of Tsushima on PS5 so you can actually have instant load times. New player, and I'm trying to understand, are the weapons and equipment not very important? Like my total power, my weapon face helm is about 100, but one gem is over 500. You're talking in terms of power rank. Okay, so power rank in this game does not necessarily equate to how strong your character actually is. You can just kind of consider it to be an independent stat, because you could technically have 47k power rank like me and have the rolls on all of your gear be the wrong stats. Like the stats are not they don't actually affect PR, which they really should. You'll get most of your power rank out of gems. Your gear will matter, obviously, but you get gems, augmenting the gems, and higher tier of crystal gear and stuff like that. I wouldn't really pay too much attention to it. Like lots of people like to say PR matters, but it's not that great. Like it's not as big of a deal as you would think. Already have Tsushima on PS Plus, also Spider-Man, both, many more. Nice. Yeah, the Miles game was kind of garbo, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I'm hyped for Spider-Man 2 on PS5 in like a couple months, I hope that it's actually a new game. So, those of you that are old farts like me, you played all the OG Spider-Man games, and we all are sitting here and know that the Spider-Man games have never changed since Spider-Man 2 on the old school PlayStation. Very annoying. Like they're just the same game. There's nothing new about them. The story wasn't even that good in the more recent Spider-Man games. Like it was okay, but I'm like for example, this new Spider-Man game is advertising like, oh, you get to play as Spider-Man in the black suit. It's already been done before. And in fact, in I think it was the Amazing Spider-Man on like PS2, if I'm not mistaken, it was a cel-shaded Spider-Man game that was basically the same as every other Spider-Man game. But you want to know what was so cool about it? You got to play as Venom, and he actually had completely different gameplay. So I'm hoping that they do that with Spider-Man 2, like the new one, because I would love to have like a more updated graphical version where I get to play as Venom, but at the same time, it's nothing new, dude. It's just another Spider-Man game, which isn't a bad thing. Obviously, Spider-Man games are amazing, but my God, can you update the formula, guys? Like, it doesn't seem like it's that hard. Just make the combat more interesting, make the exploration more interesting. I don't even know why they have like the stealth in Spider-Man anymore. It plays so slow and boring. I don't know. Hey, official. Also, hi everybody else who might be tuning in. There's no games on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, there's plenty of games on Xbox Game Pass. Game Pass is insane. You got Titanfall 2, you got Hollow Knight, Forza is a really good one. There's so many games, like legit. Game Pass is insane. It's just, I've played most of those games, and I don't know why I have a hard time. Like, in most cases, I would rather own the game than pay for the subscription to play a game, you know? I know that seems weird, but I'm probably gonna get Xbox Game Pass for Starfield because I don't care about owning it. But Exo Primal was kind of like the last game that I like actually regret buying because I didn't know it didn't have any sort of crossplay with Game Pass. So I can't play it with anybody. But I bought it on Steam thinking, you know, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Nope. No, Miles already had his invisible ability, Voodoo, because they had the Spider-Man Miles Morales spin-off game that was a PS5 exclusive. I played it. I didn't play it on the channel, but I played it like myself, and I played it in the Discord and stuff back when it came out. And it was okay. I don't know. Their version of Miles I'm not super into. Like I just don't really like Miles as a character. He's just really uninteresting. Spider-Verse with the movies though, they nailed it. Like I love Miles in those movies. But yeah, they basically just kind of stepped up the basically you could go invisible every time that you wanted to avoid detection, and it was like, okay, cool, but it didn't make the gameplay any more interesting. Like, you're talking about a freak like me who's played the OG Metal Gear games and Splinter Cell. Like, I know the pinnacle of stealth games, and Spider-Man is not it. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank went downhill as well. The old ones were so much funner. I didn't get the new one just because it seemed like uninteresting. I'll say, Vanko. Like, obviously, you know, Spider-Man 2 is gonna be a hype game, but the big thing that I'm suspect of is they keep having this like tagline, what is it, like stronger together or fight together or something like that, and they keep on saying, oh, it's because Miles and Peter are in the game and playing together. I'm pretty sure they are hiding the fact that it's going to be a co-op game, because honestly, that's the only thing that they could do that would make me be like, oh my god, like, you know, like that would be amazing to have a co-op Spider-Man game. That would be something that would be different. But the fact that all the marketing is always showing both of them just kind of makes me suspect that co-op is coming, even though they keep saying, no, it's not. It might not, and that would be very disappointing. But at the very least, they could surprise me and let me play as Venom in the end. Because I'm seeing people as well saying like, well, which Spider-Man do you want to play as more, Miles or Peter? Like, who are you going to play as more throughout the campaign? And it's like, you don't get to choose. It's based on the narrative. What are you talking about, you idiot? Otherwise, if it was up to me, I'd play as Peter the entire time in the black suit. Thank you very much. Anyways. Spider-Man stealth is funny. You can yoink a random person right next to his buddy and his buddy won't notice. Yes, exactly. I know. It's more arcadey, which I think is better than the alternative where it would be more extreme and realistic. But I'm just kind of thinking like, most of the time I found it was more beneficial to just kill all the guys that were up on the ledges with guns, and then you just go in and alert everyone to lure all the enemies in, because it was just the most efficient, like, dominant strategy, right? There was no reason, excuse me, there was no reason to waste time with all of the stealth mechanics, and that's kind of the big thing that I didn't really like about it. Also, yeah, sorry, you mentioned earlier about Dishonored. I didn't like Dishonored. I'm sorry. I think that the gameplay was really interesting in Dishonored, but I did not like the theme. That whole, like, valedictorian or whatever genre it is, it just, I don't know. It's the same reason I never played through Bloodborne. I was kind of interested in Deathloop and then didn't hear good things about it, and then I kind of lost interest in the game when it came out. Is Vanguard worth it to play? Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective, right? It all depends on the classes that you enjoy playing, but I'd say Vanguard's pretty good. He's not bad by any means. Apparently the rumor is that he's getting the next rework, but I doubt it. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately, guys, we're gonna do probably, I didn't realize we were over an hour, so let's just do this one last Catastra. You guys can keep going without me, but I'm gonna have to take off. I'd love to keep playing. You know, time just flew by, and I love talking about all these games with you guys and stuff, and, well, let's be real, we're kind of crap talking all of them, but I don't know, man, like, gaming, it's not just nostalgia speaking when I'm saying, like, games used to be better. Like, I was even thinking about it earlier today, and there's all these, like, ideas that I would love to do for, like, a video series, but I just don't have the time nor the passion to, like, actually do it. But I was just thinking, like, it'd be kind of interesting to have a video talking about, like, game stories when they were at their peak. Because I'd say that right now the closest that we've got to peak storytelling in video games is you've got games like Last of Us, which you're kind of just playing a movie. Then you got Uncharted, which I'd say is even better than Last of Us just because it's an actual video game. And then otherwise, like comparatively, there's not really anything else that stands out as having like a fantastic story compared to like old school Square, like Squaresoft, like Chrono Trigger. Mario RPG, you know, very lighthearted story, and that even Final Fantasy VII, the original game, was insane because basically they had like this really overarching like dark premise towards the story, which was interesting and enough to keep you inspired to keep going. But then they knew that if it was just 100% serious, players would get bored. And so usually those games are just really, really funny and filled with like a lot of joke dialogue and stuff. And I find that so much more interesting than games, you know, you look at games nowadays and you get games like Forspoken. That's where Square Enix is at right now. Final Fantasy 16. You know, decent enough story for modern standards, but comparatively to like how good stories have been in other games, garbage. Absolute garbage. Is Thieves' End the newest Uncharted? Uncharted 4 is the best one, in my opinion. I don't remember what the sub name of it is. But that game is like, people sleep on that game, dude. It's insane. Great story, insane action. You're basically just playing an Indiana Jones movie. Thieves' End is Uncharted 4. Okay, good. Yes. Then it is Thieves' End. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while since I played it. But yeah, no, I completely agree. It's not only the best Uncharted, it's one of the best like stories in a video game, I'd say. Because it actually like keeps it all interesting from start to finish. And the characters feel very human. Who's the ones that are working on Spider-Man? Is that that's the Ratchet and Clank devs, isn't it? It's not Naughty Dog, right? Which actually explains why the story's not that good, but anyway. Yeah, all I saw was your message saying mobile games. It is Insomniac, yeah. Even Insomniac, dude. Jak and Daxter. Like, wait, no, Jak and Daxter is Naughty Dog. Oh my god. Never mind. All right, I guess Insomniac is not the good storytelling company. They had really good gameplay though with like the Ratchet and Clank game. Oh, well, we got a memento. I don't think that's the one that we need, is it? Let's double check. Yeah, no. So I can consume it. Delicious. Get that. Put all these away. Yeah, so just a heads up, guys, it's going to be a while before some other videos go up today. Even this stream is going to be sitting in processing for a while, but I'll publish it later today. I do have a Wayfinder video planned and so on and so forth. It's just I'm leaving, like, right now. And we got to, like, do a bunch of stuff with the dogs and just, you know, real life junk. So by the time I get back, that's when I'll be able to start posting stuff, which will probably be around, like, 3 or 4. We'll see, because we're going to go for some ramen as well. The last Jak and Daxter I played was on PS2. I think they were all PS2, weren't they? I don't remember. Jak Daxter 1, 2, and 3 were actually really good. Oh, Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs was an okay GTA clone. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked, even Saints Row was really good. Saints Row 3 in particular and 2 were amazing. And then they kind of just, I don't know, man, like it's like what I said in my video talking about like the season 1 of Diablo and why I uninstalled the game. Somewhere along the line, all of these companies started viewing us as patrons and customers rather than players. And that's kind of the point of that I hate about like video game as an industry right now, is that so much of it is so successful that they can even put out games, you know, games like Stray can come out and potentially make Game of the Year on people's lists when it has no substance whatsoever. Like, I miss the days when these game companies would work their butts off to one up each other to try and get our money, you know? There's not many companies that still do it. But you want to know what most companies that do still do it are Japanese, because they're hardworking instead of all this Western lazy idiots. Anyways, excuse me. How do I use my Wayfinder token? When you go to the character menu in the store, you'll notice that there is the rune silver icon, but there's also going to be the token icon. So as far as I know, I haven't spent any of mine. You would just select the character and be able to spend your token on it, if I'm not mistaken. Saints Row 4 was okay. It wasn't bad, but I don't know. I didn't really get into it as much. Yeah, glad to help, Eli. The thing that I still, to this day, recognize about Saints Row 2 is when you finally end up getting the maximum upgrade for ammo for a gun, the game just says, screw it, and they give you infinite ammo. And it's not like a cheat code or anything. It's just, well, you earned it. And I just think that that was like such a great way of thinking, you know, in terms of game development. Anyways, I gotta go. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun. And I'll publish this later today, and I'll get a Wayfinder video later today as well. Bye, guys.